Hey, look at that. I saw your message saying I'm late. I saw your message, Kesha. Hi, Mr. Cornegay. I miss you, Pastor Cornegay. Thanks for joining my live. Have to get you in here one day, Mr. Cornegay, on my live soon. Hope everybody's well. Everybody's well. 6 o'clock. And this is Community and Connection Chats with D. Yes, thank you, producer Kesha. I have my cousin chatting on Instagram right now telling me she's my producer. Yeah, she tells me if I'm late. All right. I guess people are rolling in here slow, so maybe we can get a start on it. Trying to give everybody a few minutes to jump in the live. And they could probably catch it later on as well. And my guess, he's late too. But I'm tired today. Oh my God, I'm so tired. I need some rest. But welcome to Community and Connection Chats with D, where we create conversation and connect with the community among real people about everyday issues, topics, entertainment, and more. Today, no crying. Okay, Cousin Kesha, no crying today. Hopefully, we'll get some laughs out of today's episode. But, any other time, I got a whole bunch of people at this time. But everybody should be coming in soon. I did all the reminders to my family members. They always say, send me a reminder. So I sent them a reminder. So everybody got their reminder today. I guess everybody's rolling in late. A lot of people are tired. Even my son said, there's a lot of, there was a lot of kids at his school and the teachers that was extremely tired today. I don't know what it is, but everybody's been tired all day long. So you can have all the movement and energy in the world, but most people are tired today. I don't know what it is. So hopefully, everybody start rolling in. If not, they can catch the recording that's coming up soon. The recording will be right after. I'll post it on Instagram. I'll post the recording here. And then I will upload to YouTube. I'll upload it to YouTube and show on Facebook just for the day, but it'll be permanently on YouTube no later than Friday. All right. So just rolling in. I only see one. So hopefully other people will come in. But I want to, maybe they could go back and watch it later. But I just want to give my condolences. A lot of family members lost individuals recently. They lost individuals this week. So there's our guest, Rashaun. Rashaun, I'll bring you in a second. So a lot of my family members lost loved ones this past week. So I just want to give my condolences to the Glover family for the loss of their son, brother, and uncle, Charles Glover Jr. My condolences to my Evans family for the loss of Uncle Frank that passed yesterday. And my condolences also go out to my cousins Will and Shalene for the loss of their mom. Our cousin Bernadine, I'll be attending that funeral soon as well. This week. So, there's been a lot of people that passed away, and I want to ask all of my guests if you can, keep everyone in prayer. Keep everyone in prayer, and all the mentioned families that I mentioned, keep them in prayers. Like I said, it's been a rough few days for the family. And hopefully next month, we'll have Shabira. Shabira, that was on our grief and loss episode. She'll be coming back in, and she's the grief and loss specialist that was on episode 2. She'll be coming back next month, and she'll be talking to the males who are dealing with grief and loss, and the husbands who have been dealing with grief and loss. But if anyone is on this live and they are looking for grief counseling for any loss, you can find her on Instagram at Bira. That's B as in boy, IRAH1. And she's also tagged onto the post from the last episode on my Instagram and my YouTube. On a brighter note, episode 2 guest Katrina Smith, our little doll baby that touched so many hearts out there, is now Mrs. Michelle. And she married her love, Ashley Michelle, on Sunday, March 20th. And I was so happy to be a part of that union. It was so beautiful. So congratulations to them both. Hopefully we'll have Ash on that show next month with Bira comes back as well. And if you are in the Somerville area, check out their family business. The Michelle boys and men, well, the Michelle men have their business in Tessuto Menswear, located in Somerville. I believe the address is 9-11 West Main Street in Somerville. So if you're in the Somerville, New Jersey area, check out Tessuto Menswear. That's the family business. And again, congratulations to Katrina and to Ashley as well. Okay, so let's introduce our guest. Rashaun Reese, comedian Rashaun Reese, my pain in the ass. You had that little brother that just drives you nuts. Yeah, he's older than me, but that's that brother. Rashaun Reese is a New Jersey native and one of the fastest rising comedians on the circuit today. Rashaun has a resume that includes appearances on network television, shows, radio, and even film, because he's also an actor as well. So check him out. His first stand-up television appearance was alongside Kevin Hart on BET's One Mic Stand. Thereafter, he performed on Bounce TV, Off the Chain, with other notable appearances on Fox and Showtime. He was featured on Jamie Foxx's XM Radio show, Fox Hall, and Rascals Comedy Hour on XM Radio as well. He has even performed on the Apollo stage. So let me take a second to bring to our stage Rashaun Reese. He is in the building, so let me get him in. Hold on one second. Get Rashaun in the building. I see you in, Rashaun. Did you just get that invite? I don't think so.
Entertain! Is this not why you were here?
Hold up, I got you. A little technical difficulties, but we're about to get him in. All right, I got you. Got you.
Cool. Let's go get him again.
Come on in, everybody. Rashaun.
What's happening?
Music.
What's good? Yeah, you funny. You not
This boy always in this favorite ride. That's his office.
Goddamn right. I gotta do a show at 8:00. About another hour some change. So, I'm in the office.
You got a show tonight?
Yeah, I'm in the city tonight.
Oh, okay. It's too late for people to get tickets. What's going on?
I would think so.
Okay. All right. Well, you can let them know about your next event once we come to the end. But how you like your introduction?
I liked it.
I did very well, right?
Yeah, you look nice.
All right, put me on payroll.
Yeah, you look,
Okay.
You look all dude up over there. What's going on?
I what?
I say you look all dude up over there. You look nice. What's good?
No, I ain't dude up. My hair was a mess this morning. I had to fluff it out for the show a few seconds ago.
Word.
So, Rashaun, I brought you on because today is National Day of Happiness.
Yeah.
In the last few shows, other than the show I had last week with my cousin Dress on there, the first 2 shows were a little somber and, sad. So we wanted to bring in some humor this time because, a lot of losses, but we need to laugh.
Yeah, I got you.
And I know one thing for sure, you got the experience because, during the pandemic, people were sick, people were passing away, and you made people laugh. You continued working. Crazy. You worked the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't work like live, but through online and streaming, Zoom and things of that nature. Yeah, we did that.
Okay. And what other type of things did you do for the community?
As far as what?
As far as, working with during the pandemic, with doing the comedy or
We
you
did,
doing a live?
you know what I did? I did a lot of like in-home events, private events. That's what we did a lot of. Like I did something for Kwashi at his house too. You know what I mean? So that's what I did a lot of private in-home events where it was probably 10, 15 people, if that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So what tell us about any comedians that inspire you. What inspired you to actually do comedy, first of all?
You listen, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Everybody has a different story. When you talk about when you interview comedians, you'll hear, oh, it was Richard Pryor, oh, it was Eddie Murphy, oh, it was Martin Lawrence. I'm gonna be flat out honest with you. It was my mother and grandmother, and that's just me being honest. You know, a lot of people don't understand. Well, I tell a lot of people when I'm on stage, I was raised by mother and grandmother, no father in the house or nothing. So that was really just my structure because with them, my mother personally, my grandmother as well. They cursed like sailors, so they were my introduction to cursing and everything. Because I couldn't watch Richard Pryor, I couldn't watch Eddie Murphy. They hid me from all that stuff. There was no albums. I didn't listen to none of the albums, none of that. I listened to them.
Mm-hmm.
They was cursing and talking crazy and talking and just being off the hook. And then my mother would actually sit me down and be like, "Let me tell you something. If anybody that's an adult tell me to hear you cursing, I'm gonna beat the shit out you."
Well, you got
I'm like,
one
how
of the
you
followers
cursing like this? Where am I getting from?
One of the followers, Lawrence C3H, said he's the reason why you're doing comedy. He said he's the reason. He said you lying.
Now that's my brother right there. Shout out to the homie. That's my bro, comedian. Shout out to the homie Lawrence Killebrew out of Philadelphia. That's one of my brothers in the game. But real talk, it was my mom's and my grandmother. It wasn't until, and I'll be honest with you, after that, my first introduction to stand-up comedy, to actual watching someone do stand-up, was Bill Bellamy. One of my friends in high school was like, "Yo, you ever heard of Def Comedy Jam?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't never heard no Def Comedy. What the hell is that?" And he was like, "Yo," I was like, "What channel is it?" He was like, "It's come on HBO." We ain't had cable. So he was like, "Yo, he's like, I record them every Friday night." So I'm like, "Where?" So he's like, "Yo, come to the house and we going and I'm gonna show them to you." So we got to the house. He popped the tape in, and it was Bill Bellamy doing the famous booty call joke. And I fell in love
That
with
was
stand-up
my
right
first
there.
comedy show. Bill
What?
Bellamy at the Peppermint Lounge.
Okay, first of all, what was you doing in the Peppermint? Because you're younger than me. That's crazy. Come on, man.
I ain't had no business.
I never stepped foot in the Peppermints. I'm trying to figure out how the hell you get in there.
We ain't gonna talk about that. I had some ways, and I was in there, but I had to be to school the next day because my eighth grade graduation was the next day.
You had the Peppermint, and then you had Gregory's, which is right down the street.
Oh,
that's when the younger crowd was there. So what was you doing at the Peppermint?
I couldn't deal with Gregory's.
Yeah, Gregory's was off the hook too, but that's where I was at.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with Gregory's. The young crowd was too much for me. I enjoyed the comedy shows, all the shows at the Peppermint Lounge.
Yeah, I see people chiming in.
Ladoon said all while working at Sears, boy was like, I'm gonna be a famous comedian.
Yeah, that's listen, me and Ladoon go back. We always talk. We chop it up about this shit. And I'm gonna just be quick about it. Ladoon and I met. I was working in appliances, selling refrigerators and dishwashers.
Oh, so that's a true story. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's my man. Ladoon was selling electronics, TVs, and things of that nature. And it's so funny because Ladoon, chime in, Ladoon, if I'm right, he had to be at least 18 at the time. Now, of course, I'm older than Ladoon. And I remember this skinny, dark-skinned brother walking over, and he's just like, "Yo," he's like, "Hey, man, my name Ladoon." He's like, "Yo, I'm a promoter, man. I'm thinking about getting to, promoting parties." He's like, "Maybe I heard you're a comedian." And I was like, "Yeah, I had just really started doing comedy too." He's like, "Yo, maybe one day we can work together." And I was like, "Yeah, man, you never know. It's all good, whatever. Let me tell you something. From that moment on, Ladoon I've done so many shows with this guy that I can't even count, from Dolce to 466 to private in-home events for his friends, to him booking me alongside DJ Envy and Major Hype hosting their podcast out in the city of Manhattan at the Sony Theater, man. So much love to my homie Ladoon, man. We've been rocking for 20 years. It's my guy.
He never followed me back. But hey, Ladoon, Rashaun sister, you do big things. I know the community appreciates you. So keep doing.
That's my brother right there.
Yeah,
all love definitely right there, man.
So I just wanted to know, with so much been going on, have you ever did comedy and performed in front of a predominantly white audience?
When I started comedy, I started for the white audiences.
How was that?
It was actually, I hate to say it, man. I don't want to say better, but it was a little bit more common. It was a little easier. When you work in front of white audiences, man, you can kind of do what the hell you want to do, and they laughing like a motherfucker. Oh my God, he's great. You know, you get in front of black audiences, black people don't play that. You know what I mean? It's like if you're not funny, they're not laughing, and if it's okay funny, they're gonna give you okay laughs. So that's why a lot of people don't understand in the business of comedy. A lot of the white comics will come into our circuit, which is predominantly a black circuit. They'll come over here and they'll work our circuit for a number of years to what we call tighten up, to get stronger, and then they'll go back on the mainstream side and go crazy and do what they do. But they got their ability to be funny from being in front of us. You know, black people don't play that. So yeah, I work in front of white audiences, and I still work in front of white audiences today. That's one thing I learned as a comedian. You got to be able to work in front of any audience. You know, you got to be able to be multicultural and be able to converse with everybody. You shouldn't be able to just get in front of black people and that's it, or just in front of Latinos or whatever it may be. You got to be able to perform in front of everybody. That's the nature of the business. But that's where I started, at Rascals in West Orange.
Oh, that used to be my spot. That used to be my spot. And I know one of my cousins that's on this live, she could second that because we used to run up there all the time.
Right,
but and that's another group of older people I used to hang around. Used to try to get me in trouble all these comedy shows that I had no business in.
Listen to all that grown lingo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know, it's when the Trump situation happened. Did you perform during that time? I'm just curious to know if you performed in front of some of my neighbors.
When you say Trump situation, what do you mean? When he was in office?
You know, like because I've seen videos of a lot of Trump supporters at comedy shows, and I know where I live at, they always doing comedy. They do comedy outside on the streets around here.
As far as the Trump situation is concerned, I think at this point, man, you know, in the beginning, I think so many people were against Trump and his ideas and his ideology and all that good stuff. But I think at this point, I think motherfuckers is tired of Joe Biden. I think if Trump ran right now, the motherfucker would win by a landslide. What's your feelings on that? I'm just telling you. I think if he won,
But people pissed at Biden though. I mean, they doing absolutely nothing.
You understand that Trump is running again, so that's what I'm trying to tell you. When he runs again, how's this thing going to play out? You know what I mean? It's one of those situations. You know, a lot of people say they hate Trump. A lot of people say they like him. You know, my thing is I'm kind of neutral on it because I don't trust.
Crack's Comedy said he missed the Donald.
Huh?
And we're not support. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and promote Donald on my show.
I don't support Donald Trump. But listen, I'm not saying I would vote for him. I'm telling you what's probably going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta be realistic. I think at this point, black people really rallied behind Joe Biden. They really rallied behind Kamala. They rallied behind him and voted for them, and they're not seeing much of anything done for us.
Nothing.
Can you admit that?
No, I don't see nothing. I don't even hear from
nothing. You don't even see her. You don't see no pearls. You don't see no
pearls.
The Converses. You don't see nothing.
What about the presidential address? I haven't seen one presidential address. What the hell?
Even when he does, he don't know what the fuck to say. He called the Ukrainians Iranians. You know what I mean? You didn't hear that? He's like, the Iranians. Motherfuckers like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, he don't even know what's going on. So it's like, at that point, you know, I'm not saying I would vote for Trump. I know I probably wouldn't vote for Trump, but I'm just saying that when you look at it in the entirety, you look at it as a country, what's gonna end up happening? People tired of this shit. Gas going crazy. There's gas getting out of hand. Please.
People out here stealing gas. Caught a man other day.
You see the guy? You see the guy stealing the gas? That dude was like, he's like, yo, so you gonna steal my gas? He's like, yeah, dude, I'm sorry, man. I apologize, man. Man, he's supposed to pop that nigga right in his mouth. We don't promote violence on here. We're supposed to pop in the mouth for that. As high as gas is, and you gonna steal mine? I didn't even know can you still steal gas like that?
I didn't know you could steal gas like that.
I think you can suck it out or something. I don't know. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. That must have been an Oldsmobile. He was stealing gas. I didn't even see the car. He was stealing gas.
Yeah, I didn't see. I don't remember what the car was, but he definitely was about to get him. So it is what it is. But yeah, other than that, you know, with the whole Trump situation, it is what it is. I mean, all we can do is probably just sit and wait and see what happens once Biden time is up. We'll go from there.
Well, something came through today that one of the HBCUs, and I know, look, I got on my shirt today. We went to King. You and I went
That's
to
right, King University. We in the
and you got on my nerve because you tried to stay in my room because you ain't want to pay for housing. You wanted to get refund checks, and
yeah, you're going too far, man. Come on, man. I could be put under investigation for this shit. You're going crazy now. Go ahead, man. God
All
damn.
right, but anyway, we're Kane
Them
alumni,
refund checks was
and
crazy though. You hear me? Whoa, whoa.
let me tell you, HBCUs are now, well, not, I can't say HBCUs, but Hampton University is now offering free housing, free tuition at Hampton University to the Ukrainians.
Okay, so shout out to my brother Dame. I see him in the building. Hear what he says. Says Trump gave HBCU money, Biden took it all away. I don't know if he didn't take it all away. I think he took a large amount of it. He took most of it away. He did. So now I'm wondering what's going on here, that they're allowing the Ukrainians to come over here and get everything, and us black people once again get nothing. So this is a systematic thing that we've been going through forever. I don't know if it's ever really going to change. I mean, we can sit and complain all we want, but until people kind of get together and actually come together as one and make a movement, it's not going to do anything.
Yeah,
You know
because I'm a single parent paying for a child in college.
You
now.
know, I know.
Yeah, you know, and I didn't think that was fair. I'm not appreciating that at all.
Moving here already, or what?
Was that?
The students here already and everything?
No, they're saying they're opening the application up to 100 students from Ukraine. So if they want to apply, they need to start applying, and they taking the first 100 until more funds come in.
Full scholarship. They go over there and pay for nothing with a 1.4 GPA, slide right up in there just because they're Ukrainian, huh?
Yep. Yeah,
this is America.
This is America. Just like my cousin Tabby said, we just chop liver.
Yeah, I mean, but if we continue to treat ourselves that way, and we continue to just conform to the norm, what they think is the norm, it's going to continue to happen, man. Black people have to stick together and say enough is enough. We're not going to keep doing this. You know what I mean? But this country full of shit anyway. Because put it like this: soon as we went to war, look at the conditioning. I'm saying, soon as we went to war, we ain't even at war.
I was about to say, who went to war? Because I'm still right here on IG.
They make you feel through the media that we're at war. We're not even at war. Okay, Ukrainian and Russia, they doing what they going through whatever they're going
our
through.
Damn business.
Look, and now all of a sudden the gas then went up. Now we're saying, well, how the fuck the gas go up? Now they've been using this for years. When we're at war, gas and things like that go up, right? They've been saying that for years. So now we're not at war. Somebody else is at war, and the gas is going up. Somebody lying. Somebody playing games here. So you telling me Hawaii could be at war with any goddamn body, and they'll be like, the gas is go up, like, yeah, well, it's a war, so we got to pay. Somebody got to pay for it. The gas got to go up. Something ain't right. They're lying to us. They're going to continue to lie to us, continue to play the game. This is what we do. Such as COVID and all that good stuff. So,
since it's COVID. All right, well, let's stop talking about this funny business the America's doing, and let's jump on some topics that we dealing with. This is topic time.
Let's get to it.
For the comedian. Let's talk about my brother. Y'all better leave him alone. Kanye.
Who said so? Oh, Kanye?
Kanye.
All right, now all right, I'm glad I'm hoping y'all chimed in. Share this shit, because I'm about to talk about some real shit here when it comes to your boy Kanye. I'm a huge Kanye West fan. I've been a fan of his music for years, from the moment he came out with Through the Wire. All right, but Kanye, and I'm sure, since you understand, where you have to be able to make certain decisions, and your decisions are gonna put you on a certain path. You cannot make this type of woman your wife and think that this path is not going to come. What do you think's going to happen? You lay down with dogs, you get fleas. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? You have 4 beautiful children with this woman, and you know what this woman is about. You know what she's always been about. And now, you know, once you tack, I don't want to call that man crazy, because everybody want to call him crazy, and I don't think he's crazy. I just think, you know, sometimes you fall in love and you lose your mind a little bit. I think everybody has done that at some point. But I think at this point, it's kind of like what D.L. Hughley said. It's turned into stalking. He's going too far, bro. And I feel like for doing that with her, it's just not worth it, man. I mean, like, bro, you know what this chick is into, and you did. Well, I don't say he did the same thing with Amber Rose too. So I don't know, man.
I was getting ready to say he did that with everybody else he's been with.
Some guys, you know, I hate to say this, man, but you know, and I don't want to say Kanye is a cornball, but in a way, he's kind of a cornball. So sometimes when you're a guy that's a cornball, in a sense, a nerd in a sense.
I was going to say he's a nerd. He's a nerd, and he's one of those guys that probably didn't get a lot of girlfriends, but
there you go. So now you're not used to getting a lot of women. You're not used to getting a lot of beautiful women, things of that nature. So now when you get them, you go crazy. You go crazy. A la Drake. Drake wasn't no top-notch ladies, man. Let's stop the bullshit. I'm not trying to jump around, but I'm just giving you an example of someone that's very similar to him. Obviously, he ain't doing the shit that Kanye doing, but he did the same thing. He got famous, got some money.
And what did he do?
Start wiping up strippers. Start buying strippers, goddamn Bentleys. Had a baby with a porn star. What are we doing here?
Right. When it's nice girls like me.
Beautiful, educated women that got something going on, and these are the women that you choose to have children with and make your wife. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
But that's how it is. That's why women like us who's educated, got our own business, and provide for our family, we're single, and it's still National Women History Month, so I don't want to say certain things, but
I mean, listen, Kim told women get up their ass and stop being lazy. She was talking to you. He said, you want to do something? Get up your ass and stop being lazy. She laid down with Ray J.
She wasn't talking to me.
One wish. She let Ray J hit it. One wish. She let Ray J hit it and tell all the women out here, y'all need to stop being lazy and get off your ass and do something. We're crazy. I was like,
Kim don't know what I got going on, so she want to talk about me.
She was talking about just women in general, saying that women need to get off their ass and work for what they need and all that stuff. And everybody's like, what? Like, come on, love. Stop the bullshit. That Ray J. Ray J went crazy. So. But big shout out to Kanye. The documentary is awesome. Did you watch it?
I loved it. Loved it. I really enjoyed it. They got all that money from Netflix.
Yeah. Shout out to Cootie too, man, out of Chicago that did the filming, man. I met him in Chicago about a year and a half, 2 years ago, man. Good brother. Loves comedy as well too, man. Shout out to him, man. But the documentary is awesome, man. Shout out to Kanye's mother too, man. Everybody need that good mother in their life, man. Shout out to everybody that still has their mother. I think that's the biggest problem with Kanye, his mother not being here. You can tell that piece is like took half of his heart and just took it away, man. That dude is going through it, and I think it's because his mother no longer here.
I want to mention something that one of my cousins that's following just said. She said it's a generational thing. I think the younger men don't hold the same judgments. How you feel about that?
We don't hold the same judgments as far as what? That's what I'm talking about.
We don't hold the same judgments as far as choosing women. Is that what you were saying, Myann? I believe.
If she's saying that, she's 100% true. I mean, things are different now. Social media has changed everything. It's changed the complete outlook on dating. This shit is crazy. If you revert back in time, sister, when we were in our early 20s, right? Say you were 22, let's say 21, 22. If a guy took you to a movie to see The Best Man and took you out to Olive Garden, that was a nice date. Good time. Man, if you try to take one of these little girls, 22, 23, 24 years old, to Olive Garden, crazy. These girls want to go to steakhouses. They want Philippe's, Mr. Chow, Brooklyn Chop House, Capitol Grill. You cannot take no girl to no goddamn Newport Mall to see no movie in no Olive Garden or no goddamn Fridays.
Absolutely.
She gonna put your ass on the ground and say, I don't know who you think I am.
Yeah, I know my daughter don't play that.
But it shouldn't be about that, because what's happening is now are you really going to meet the quality young man? I mean, how many young men at 22 years old, at 23 years old can really afford to be spending $340 at a
You would be surprised.
No, I ain't going to be surprised. Let me tell you what's going on. You want to know what a lot of these young boys are doing? Scamming.
Oh, some, yeah.
Scamming. And now they going to jail trying to make sure baby girl go to Chop House so she can have a little purse, her heels, and stand in front of the Chop House. That's what's going on. I watch my little cousins going through it. They going through it. I said, it's a shame. I said, when I was a kid, man, let me tell you something. I could go visit a girl and stand on the porch for an hour, talk, chop it up. You know what I mean? Maybe meet her downtown, jump on the path, go to the city, go to the mall, grab something to eat. We all good in the hood. Not now. So, yeah, it's definitely a generational thing, man. Things are different. The guys are judging girls differently now. The girls are getting surgeries at younger ages now. And The girls are dressing way more provocative too. You weren't dressing like that when you were young.
Oh, absolutely not. I was a tomboy. I thought I was TLC. You know.
That's what all the girls doing. Baggy clothes back then. You're right. That's how.
Right. I was dressing like, Moni Love and all them native tongue.
And the big
I was
polo,
wearing a
Tommy
medallion.
Hilfiger and all that. Word. I mean,
yeah. And then when Balls came out, I was wearing the Carhartts, all black with the shades.
Yeah. I mean, but that's I understand that was our era, and I know the kids, things change, times change. I mean, we dress differently than what our parents did, but now this thing is a little different now. These girls 21, 22 years old, they ain't going out unless they face beat. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, somebody said on display for free said, hold up. In defense to us women, men are not making any effort as it pertains to dating.
What's she saying? Niggas is lazy? I believe it.
That's the same person that just said they'll take me out on a date. Hold up. You a woman? I mean, I ain't got nothing against you.
Look, slow down here, man. We equal opportunity here, though. You are, not me. I'm on the female side.
I'm just reading.
We clarify that now.
Excuse me, how you doing?
Listen, this ain't. What is this? Love Connection? What is that?
Is that what?
What y'all think on the Love Connection? What are we doing here?
No, absolutely not. No, we're gonna move on. But okay, so our boy, which one of my cousins are on here, and she wanted to know why I was so sad because Juicy Smollett was yelling.
Juicy. They didn't call that boy Juicy.
Juicy.
Oh,
Jussie Smollett. I met Juicy years ago at an amusement park. He was little, and they was really nobody. So it kind of crushed me that he was in court doing all that yelling and going through what he was going through. Jail time, I thought it was a little, too much, but he had to do something for the lies.
It's not. Listen, what do you mean? When you say it's too much, what do you think? How much time are you supposed to get? They're supposed to get probation for that?
He's supposed to do some community service, go sweep the streets, go clean up church. But he ain't doing no jail time. He home, right?
I'm not gonna say nothing on because we on live, but let's just say we're gonna say privilege, and we're gonna leave it at that. We ain't gonna say what type of privilege, because there's no way he could have done what he had did, and messed up a whole police system and news channels and just outlets and did what he did, and you didn't get no. What he spent 2 days in jail?
Yeah, if that, yeah, did he? I'm not sure. Yeah, it was very little time. It wasn't even a week.
A day or two. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not. I personally don't think for just telling a lie, you should get no bunch of time in jail, man. Because they could have sat him for at least 30 days. Sit down, bro. Have a seat and let's sit in that cell and think about what you did, bro. You know what I mean? You made our people, for one, look crazy. You know what I mean? God, we already trying to make good marks out here, do what we got to do. You had people really rallying behind you. Nobody cares that you gay, but people are rallying behind you, because it's a hate crime. We feeling like, you shouldn't be just out here putting nooses on people's necks. That's a racist thing. So now you done pull the gay stuff in with the black stuff. You done mixed it all up together. You got people rallying behind you, believing in you. You just outright lied. That's crazy. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, he did make us look bad though. I was a little embarrassed.
A noose on your neck, though? Come on, bro.
What'd you say?
A noose on his neck? Come on now.
That's Juicy.
We can call him man Juicy. We're not doing that on here, man.
I call him Juicy.
All right.
Okay, my cousin Kesha said, why should he get time when the January 6th mofos ain't get no time? Oh, for the Capitol riots.
I haven't now she made a great point. Now I haven't been keeping total track with that. No, they got no time? No. None of them? Somebody went to jail now. Come on, man.
They took them in for questioning, but they sent them home.
Privilege, man. Listen, that's the other privilege. I don't want to say why. You got two types of privilege in America, and I know y'all know. Go figure it out, okay? And they all dealing with colors. So one is one color, and one got a bunch of them.
I like when we get privilege, though. I want privilege.
Who get privilege?
We do. People of color. People of color.
What we get?
And I'm saying, you said Juicy had privilege.
No. You know what
there was some kind of privilege there. When we get a slap on the wrist, I like to see that.
No, you don't understand.
I'm not agreeing with us doing criminal activity or anything, but
listen, I don't think you're catching on to what I'm saying. He's definitely black, but he has other colors that gives him a different privilege. Figure it out. I'll text you later.
My god sister said some did go to jail. I know there was 2 in my community that went to jail. They did something and they went in, but they came out. They had bail and everything. So
I mean that in itself was just an atrocity, man. That was crazy because if you had 20 black people, forget the amount they had, just I'm gonna say 10 black people try to storm their capital like that, they've been shot and killed.
Absolutely. And I would have got, I'm not even going to say where I would have got him if I was a security guard that day. I'd be like, they aiming at me. They're aiming at me. Huh? I said, if I was Capitol Security, I'd have been like, that was terrible. But, you know, you're not, of course, I know you. And people don't realize we do this all the time. We FaceTime and we talk like this all the time. So that's why I thought we would come on and do this chat. But you know,
real quick, the young lady says he's out on a pill, not privileged. So I've been around a long time, and I'm just say this: I don't think I've ever seen someone. I could be wrong because the justice system is so different in so many different states, and there's always something going on with this state. This might be Commonwealth. This might be this, whatever. But I've never seen someone be found guilty. They issue a certain amount of time for you to go to jail. They take you away right out the courtroom, which means they're taking you directly to the county to be processed to go to jail or whatever you're gonna do. And then 2-3 days later, you're out talking about you waiting on the pill. How does this happen? Somebody please, if you have any knowledge of law, chime in because I'm curious to know that. I've never seen that. I've been in the courtroom and seen someone being taken away in handcuffs and their asses didn't come home for 3, 4, 5 years. They didn't just come back out 2 days later. Yeah, I'm back, man. Let's play 2K. I'm waiting for my appeal to come. Wait a minute, you just got convicted. How you get out? There has to be some privilege in it somewhere. It has to be. Gotta be. You ever seen somebody do that? We all know somebody that been locked up. They got convicted of a crime. They ain't just come home after they got convicted and got taken away in handcuffs and sent to prison. And then 2-3 days later, they walking out with shades on like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm out. It don't work that way. Mike Tyson didn't do that.
Yeah, no.
Magic trick. Magic trick.
Well, I don't know. I think, that was a little harsh though. It was a little harsh.
What was a little harsh?
That time, it was a little harsh.
150 days? Sentenced him to 150 days. Let me tell you something. I remember years ago when I didn't have a driver's license, right?
Uh-oh.
And the judge told me in Clark, New Jersey, I said, Mr. Reese, you seem to be a habitual offender. And if we catch you driving again, he said, in any courtroom that you walk in, he said, I'm going to have it mandated that you do an automatic 180 days. So what did I do? I ain't drive for 180 days until I got my stuff straight. Had I gotten caught, my ass would have been sitting there, maybe not on 180 days, but they probably would have kept me for at least 60 days. I doubt very seriously if I would have got caught driving while suspended again, and the judge saw that this was noted by another judge that I get an automatic 180 days, that I was going to get locked up, and then 2 days later, you just see me like, sis, what up? I'm out. I'm appealing all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely involved in this country, man. This is why everyone in the world comes to America. This is where it's at. Everybody in the world comes here.
And I want to leave.
You don't want to leave. Where you want to go?
Africa.
What?
I saw Belly.
I'm about to say, you think you Nas and Belly. Get out of here.
I want to be T-Boz. I want to go to Africa.
I do want to go visit. I know a few people that went and visited. Said it's absolutely beautiful. It's stunning. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I would actually want to move there.
Well, King took us. If you were in political science, Dr. Boateng took everybody to Africa.
You went?
Absolutely.
Really? I didn't know that.
I was in the Model UN.
Tell me all that.
I represented one of the Model United Nations.
Why you didn't tell me you was in college? You didn't tell me that.
King did it every year. Every few years.
You graduated.
Yeah, I sure did.
My degree, if there is one, is under investigation. It's over with.
Somebody said the mosquitoes in Africa got CDLs.
Bird. Believe it.
Y'all terrible. I got some of my African family members on here and friends. All right, so we know Rashaun don't have kids right now, right? Right now,
Nah.
not yet.
No.
So
Right now.
I want to get your opinion on this. What's his name? Tristan Thompson.
All right, what about him?
He got to pay $47,000 a month in child support.
Okay, well, nigga, listen, enough is enough with these guys, man. You're making all this money. You're running around here slinging cock with no goddamn protection, no nothing. You're making baby. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. You got to pay these women, man. Some of these women are plotting, man. They can't wait to get a nice NBA player, a Major League Baseball player, or a football player because they know it's a payday.
$47,000 is harsh, ain't it?
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Slow down. Don't he got a baby with one of the Kardashians too?
Yep.
Come on, man. Good. She should get $100,000 a month. Get it to her.
Chloe is his baby mother.
I hope she get $100,000.
Lord. And Kelly, so on the other side, that's the male. He's paying 47 G's a month. But Kelly Clarkson, you know Kelly Clarkson from American Idol. She got her own cooking show.
That's that thick white girl. No, I know Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson, the singer. She paying the same thing to her husband.
Okay.
So you got a different view on that because she's a female.
All right. A lot of people make issues about this type of stuff when they say, like, they'll be like, oh, the man, he ain't shit. He taking all this money from this woman. Why she paying this, that, and the third? Listen, man. If she's the breadwinner and she the one making most of the bread, this, and the third, this is the law. It's the law. Okay? Everybody, look, we had the same scenario with
With who?
Remember her and Kendall?
Oh, yeah. Oh, he ripped her off. She had to keep working.
Oh, now he ripped her off. This is crazy, yo. Yo, no, listen. I'm trying to understand how this works, right? Okay. He's managing her. They're married for a long period of time. I don't know how long it was, but they were together for a while.
Yeah.
He's managing her. He's doing what he do. He's accustomed to a certain lifestyle now. Ain't that what women say? When it's time to get divorced, Your Honor.
I've never been married.
I'm telling you what they say. This is what high-profile women that are married to athletes and so on and so forth. I'm accustomed to living this way. Now, he's not just living with Mary. He's managing her. He's getting deals done. He's working. Also, he still is not the breadwinner because she's making the money. He just gets a percentage. So guess what? He's accustomed to living this way. That's how it goes. That's the law.
So he should stay with her so he can stay accustomed to living that way.
No. Only way that I had to agree with Mary on that. I'm playing devil's advocate here.
He cheated on her.
He got caught cheating. Come on, Kendall, you can't do that. Come on, Kendall. Kendall, you want all the money, you cheating? You can't do that, Kendall.
Can do.
You can't do that.
That's
where he went wrong. If he wouldn't have cheated and all that, he'd have been in the clear.
Yeah, I think that was a dumb move.
She gave that nigga too. What was he getting? But I don't think he got what he was asking for. He couldn't have. But yeah, he was cheating. You can't do that.
No, he asked for more. So I think he got more because she said she had to go back working.
I just think whatever is Kelly Clarkson. Is she still married to a boy?
No, they not. That's why she got to pay the child support. They not together. That's why she's responsible for the child support.
Because he has the children. Listen, pay that money. Listen, let me tell you something. I don't have any children. You got two. And I know parenting children is one of the toughest jobs out.
I ain't never go child support on my kid's father.
You're a strong black woman. I always tell women because they're like, oh, I don't want to do a child support. I'm like, child support ain't for y'all. Child support is called child support.
Mm-hmm.
So what I tell women all the time, they be like, oh, I'm going to deal with it. And I don't need this. This is what I always hear, especially for my sisters, y'all. Shout out to all the sisters. This is what you hear. I don't need his money. I'm good. Blah, blah, blah. Sweetie, he said, I don't need his money. It's child support. You're supposed to get a separate account, and you put that money in the account for that kid for when they need it, when they need to get that first car or they need to get that tuxedo for the prom and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? That money to put down to get in college, whatever case may be. That's how that go. You don't need his money. No, your children need the money. What y'all talking about? No.
Right. Right. My cousin mentioned that they should get prenups. You know, they should.
I would feel disrespected if I did have a child. It would be very disrespectful to me for someone to tell me what they think is worth for me to take care of my child. I don't understand how men even get into that situation. I'm kind of glad you chimed in on that. I don't have kids, and I know things are tough for people in general, but I see a lot of bullshit. I see a lot of niggas that want to take care of their kids, but I also do see a lot of men that want to take care of their kids, and women put the children in compromised positions with their parents or their fathers and shit like that. So it kind of worked both ways, but I gotta admit, niggas be on their bullshit, don't want to pay no child, but niggas don't want to pay. I know motherfuckers, they pay $85 a week, talking about they trying to get it lower. What you talking about? The judge only make you pay $85 a week and you trying to get it lower?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But judges do support, just like my cousin Tabby just mentioned, like Judge Mathis always tell people to go to child support all the time.
What Judge Mathis say? What he say?
Tell them, go to child support.
Yeah, listen.
I can't do it in his accent, but
listen. If you make it, go ahead, try. Dude.
No, take that ass to child support.
That don't sound like that. You sound like Judge Joe Brown.
The
fuck is that?
Oh yeah, that's the wrong one. That's Joe Brown. Which one you went on the show? Which show you was on?
No, that was Judge Alex.
Judge Alex. Yeah, Rashaun did a court show. I don't know if you guys can find it, but it was on YouTube. But he did a court show.
No, what happened with Judge Alex, I think something happened with just the company in general. I don't know if it was a lawsuit. They just pulled it. Like, that's why you don't even see it. It never came on television. They pulled it off YouTube. If you Google it, it won't pop up nothing. It was a hot episode. Shout out to my boy Taj. We did that episode together. Comedian Taj.
Well, it's a bunch of court episodes on now. We should try to get on.
Yeah, I definitely would do that. We go in there and just, because a lot of people don't know. They think these court shows are always 100% real. I would say 30%, 40% of them are real.
You can send me the court because I think I owe you for a Domino's pizza.
We'll figure out something. Make it funny. We'll figure out something. All they want is a script that's funny or something that's interesting. That's easy to do.
Right.
We'll talk about that later off screen.
Yeah, and you getting ready to do a movie now. I'll be at that what is it? Lord have mercy. Yeah, casting call. And I want a part.
Yeah, shout out to the homie Jamal Hall. Well, we went to high school together, Hall Mill Networks, and my brother Grim. These guys have put out some dope ass films, and we're shooting a film in July called The Liquor Run, starring myself, my boy CJ Cracks, my man Hassan Oliver, and Big Mama Badass. It's gonna be funny as hell, man. I definitely want y'all to look out for that. That's gonna be a dope flick. Keep prayers and do with me as well, man. I got some shit I got going on with Netflix too. I'm not really supposed to say that, but I got some shit going on with them as well, man. I just really haven't been talking about it. I kind of keep things on the low, but all prayers is good prayers. Some people say you don't want to let everybody know because they might give you negative energy, but I always tell people, man, negative energy, positive energy don't really matter to me. It's energy. It's what you do with it. You know what I mean? So it's all good.
I agree. And it's enough positive energy on my live right now because everybody that's on right now is my circle, and I know a lot of people who've done showed you some love on here as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah,
so a lot of positive energy, and I didn't know Jamal Hall was a part of that.
Yeah, he's director.
Yeah, well, see, that's my boy. I know I'm in. I know I got a little part, even if I'm in the back waving.
Man, you in because your brother in. What you talking about?
That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I don't remember lines, so.
Well, don't worry about it. You can just stand in the background and don't say nothing. Just stand there.
That's all I want to do.
Camera go by you like that.
That's all I want to do. Or, like I was in the last movie. I was the store owner. I got a couple customers over here. I'll be right back. That's all I said.
Yeah. we definitely gonna have some fun. It's gonna be we're trying to make it a cult classic, man. It's really gonna be a comedy. The last comedy that was actually done in Jersey was called Comedy in the Hood. Shout out to Mighty Mod. Samad filmed that back in the early 2000s. We're going back like 2001, 2002. I think Tony Roberts was in that. Shout out to my brother Jay, the comedian, Cuba of Ice. But this one is gonna have a bunch of comedians from New Jersey, man. I don't want to give out too much information, but it's gonna be hot. You know what I mean? So I definitely want you to be a part of it. Come on and see, because I'm acting a fool in it.
Yeah, I'll be there. But wanted to ask you what contemporary phenomena should never be the subject during your comedic performances?
There's no okay. When it comes to stand up, You should be able to talk about anything and everything that you want. It's up to you. That's why it's one of the greatest art forms, because it's what America is supposed to be, freedom of speech. You know, you watch Chappelle go through what he went through, discussing some of the things he talked about, because some things are just such taboo. Like a lot of people say, if you want to be a great comedian, stay away from politics, stay away from race, stay away from gender. They want you to stay away from all of that. But no, the real good stand-up comic is going to find funny in all of that. And that's what separates, you know, a truly gifted comedian from just a comic that's just treading water, just having fun and just happy to be there. Nah, you gotta test nerves. You gotta talk about things that everybody might be thinking, but they're scared to say. And that's the difference. You know, a lot of people don't want to talk about abortions, right? If I brought up something about abortions on stage, people automatically be like, "What?" But there's funny in abortions. You might not think it is, but it is. Like okay. I went to an abortion clinic one time supporting someone. Let's put it that way. Seriously, ex-girlfriend I was dealing with, we had broke up. So like a year later, she ended up getting pregnant, and she wanted me to go support her for this. And I ain't want to be a part of this shit because I ain't had nothing to do with this, but I was being supportive. And then, you know, as a comedian, we're always looking for the funny and looking for the jokes. So I'm in the goddamn abortion clinic, and I'm like, this shit is hilarious. And most people say, well, what's hilarious in an abortion clinic? Now, you got to think about it. When you first get to an abortion clinic, there are picketers out there.
Yeah. So
you watching people, don't kill a baby, don't be like, this shit crazy. So now I gotta walk in with this girl, and they thinking I'm the father. Like, how could you? I'm like, no. I'm just here supporting her. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you're gonna put it on her? This type of shit. You gotta walk through all these motherfuckers and shit. You see other guys bringing their girl, and you gotta be stone faced and walk through the crowd and shit. Niggas there, they want to spit on you and shit. Then you get in there and you just see everything. It's so crazy when you get into the abortion clinic. Because when I went with her, it was a Saturday. This shit was packed like IHOP on 22. Back in 88. Remember how IHOP used to be packed back in the day? That's how packed that shit was. He was like, damn, all you motherfuckers in here?
You said back in 88. Nick, you was 10. What, you like 10, 11 years old?
That's what IHOP was rocking on 22.
What was you doing going with a girl for the abortion clinic at 11 years old? You got to stop. No. Real story, real topic.
You're not listening. Well, no, you're not listening. What I'm saying is it was packed like IHOP back in 88. So I remember going to IHOP with my aunt when I was a kid. On 22, and you would be sitting waiting to be called for like 30 minutes, an hour. So it was packed like that. That's what I'm trying to say. But I couldn't believe how packed it was in there. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And then you're seeing so many different situations going on. Like you saw the guy in there that was just ready to have his abortion. He had his hand in his pocket on the money. Like, he got his hand on the 325. Like, you know what I mean? He just waiting for her name to get called. You know what I'm saying? Tequila, let's go. Come on, let's go, girl. She like, what you talking about? They said Tamika, that type of thing. He like, oh, all right, sit back down. Don't worry about it. We'll be all right. We good. Like, you're just seeing so much going on. Do you see the girl that's struggling with it? She don't really want to do it, and she going through it and all that good stuff. So it's just different things that I was seeing in there. And for me, I don't say it was funny, but it was entertaining. Like, this shit crazy. You know? So it is.
Did you get the baby thrown at you when you walked in the inside? You know, the little fake baby?
Nah, they was wilding though. They was grabbing on me.
They be wilding.
And I'm telling them, yo, this her. I'm not doing this. And they was like, oh my God, you're gonna put it on her? And they thought I was like really the baby father. I'm like, nah, I'm here to support. Oh, so you're supporting this? This shit crazy, man.
Yeah, I just visited.
One time, I
went and supported somebody too. So I just went to support.
I never did that again. One time.
I went to support twice.
Nah. So you must have went through this shit too. Nah.
No, I went to support one of my bitch ass ex-boyfriends. Like, stop. No, it's fun. But no, I went to support somebody. But yeah, but Rashaun, anything else coming to you soon? Instagram's gonna cut us off at 7, but you know, I appreciate you coming. People don't know. Okay. Like I said, we do this all the time. This is my god brother. People don't know. This is my mom's godchild, and he drives me fucking nuts. We do this every.
She know I'm gonna call her tonight, so we're gonna chop it up again.
And he always call me at the wrong time. I could be on a date, and he knows.
When I call you. I don't want to keep getting these texts. I'm gonna call you right back. The preset texts. That's what you be doing. That's the preset shit where you just hit the button. Like, I'm busy right now. Can I call you back? I don't need all that.
Because what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
It could be an emergency. What are you talking about?
You call right back.
Yes, I will. Absolutely.
What you got going on, Rashaun?
Other than that, man, I got a few shows coming up. I got Aruga's. I'm doing a dope ass brunch comedy show with my girl Kia. We doing that April 10th in North Plainfield at Aruga's. Y'all check that out, man. That's going down, man. The tickets are up and available on Eventbrite for that. As far as that, man, I'm working, man. I'm just working. I'm going to Massachusetts. I'm going to the Virgin Islands. I'm headed to Chicago. I'm headed to Atlanta. Moving around. So I can't, man, I'm blessed to be able to make a living doing what it is I do, man. Shout out to everybody that has supported me in comedy, my fans, my family. You, of course, you're my family, your moms and all that always come and support me when I'm in town and I'm close. Big things on the horizon, man. Just keep me in prayers and all that good stuff, man. And when I'm around, come check me out. It's all love. And follow me on the gram if you're not already following me. Follow me on the gram. You can see what else I got going on. That's it.
At Rashaun.Reese.
Yeah, there you go. At Rashaun.Reese.
Like a Reese cup. And
there you go.
He's under the post as well. So you can follow him. And he still do private comedy shows, too. That hasn't ended.
Yeah, definitely. If you're looking to hire me for any private events, man, I do all that stuff. Fundraisers, divorce parties, baby showers. I do all that shit. They do divorce. I've done a few divorce parties.
I did not know that.
They're like, fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. I'll be right there with him. Y'all got that money? Y'all got that money? Fuck that nigga. He ain't shit. Yeah, I do all that. I'm dead serious, though.
Oh, shit. I did not know that. You got to definitely come back when we do our divorce episode and talk about that divorce party. Even if it's for 5 minutes. Do a divorce, talk about that whole show. That would be hilarious.
Well, absolutely.
But again, thank you, Rashaun. Appreciate you coming on. We got to get you back up here. I saw a lot of comments saying that, they love our chemistry. They want you to come back. Rashaun will definitely be back on here. And then I will be doing a podcast with a friend on USL Network. She's the owner of USL Network. So I'll have Rashaun back on there as well on that podcast. But again, I want to give my thanks to Rashaun for coming to this show. This is my fourth episode, y'all.
Yo, man, y'all go support my sis, man. Share this, man. Keep this pushing, man. She trying to do her thing. I'm doing my thing. Let's support each other. Let's support Black folks in general, man. That's what it is, man. All good energy.
Absolutely. And again, my condolences to, as I stated before, the Glover family, my uncle, Frank, the loss of my uncle Frank, so the entire Evans family, and condolences to my cousins Will and Shalene for the loss of their mom as well. Thank you all. The next show, we will be talking about sex and dating apps and horror stories on dating apps. So come back along. Thanks, Rashaun. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. I'll have this uploaded if anybody has missed it. Hey, cuz, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Kat, for coming in. If anybody missed the show, I'll be putting it back up here this evening. And the rest of the shows are all on YouTube. Thank you, guys. See you on episode number 5, where we talk about sex, baby. All right. Love y'all. Have a good night.